Yavanna, Queen of the Earth. As one of the Valar, she is responsible for all that grows. Yavanna is among the greatest of the Valar, and plays a rather important role in the events of the Silmarillion for her part in creating the two trees of Valinor. I've drawn her before on this channel, and her design remains quite similar here, though due to some stylistic differences, there may be things I change up a tad. Now my lovely people, welcome to Laurel Artistry, and the third video in my series drawing the Valar from Tolkien's Legendarium. I give her long, curly, vine-like hair. In my head, Yavanna always has red hair. It's vibrant and earthy, and it pairs oh so well with green. You can communicate so much about a character through their hair, and it's a lot of fun to draw too. I give her skin a bit of a green tint, and of course she's draped in a green dress. Her flowing sleeves are leaf-like at the top and turn into a cascading vine as they descend. I give her some pieces of jewelry that I imagine are gifts from her husband, Aule the smith. She has a crown of leaves in her hair, orange, yellow, green. Time to shade her in with some airbrushing. I add some reddish brown undertones to her dress. Highlight the dress. Onto the sleeves, I make those a bit translucent. And I give her green eye a bit of a bright glow. And then work on making her jewelry shiny. She's got a mix of copper and gold. I give the ends of her hair some green. Make some color adjustments. And now to work on her face. I want her beauty to be striking, but a little more natural and understated than Varda's dazzling appearance. She should be queenly, but with a slightly wild look to her. She should look kind, but still have an intimidating presence that puts you in awe. I work on her eyebrow. Shade her face a little more. Now add some more shading and highlights with solid edges. Give some final, warmer tones to her skin. And then I draw a highlight in her hair. Yavanna was worried that the children of Iluvatar, that's elves, men, dwarves, would overuse and dominate her trees. Thus, the Ents were created to help guard and protect them. So there's a little random fact about Ents. Now to highlight her dress. I quite like the effect you get from shading with a lowered opacity brush that's got a hard edge to it on top of the airbrushed shading. It helps sharpen things up a bit, but retains some of that softness. I brighten her up some, give the jewelry just a bit more shine. You know, it might have been kind of cool to make the copper look a bit oxidized, but I didn't think of that. Add some more details to the leaf crown. And now I draw a sort of bark-like texture into her dress. Yavanna is enjoyable to draw because it's fun to incorporate a lot of greens and plant-inspired features into a character. I like trying to come up with designs for characters that embody some aspect of nature or element or idea. I think this is one reason the Valar are so interesting to me. I add a little more brown to her skirt, suggesting almost that her dress morphs into a tree trunk as it moves towards the hem. I draw some green dots, beads maybe, into her viney sleeves for some added texture. Kind of mossy looking, I guess. This dress has a very different feel from the one I drew for Varda, but it's still no less elegant and regal. There are so many different types of beauty in the world, some bright and dazzling, like a starry night sky, and some dreamy and enchanting like the late afternoon sun shining through the leaves in a forest. And one doesn't have to be considered better than the other. They are both so different, but both so rooted in beauty that when we stop to enjoy them, we can be filled with such an overwhelming sense of wonder and emotion. And so I want to, if I can, capture the fair beauty of nature and growing things in the form of a woman. This is really what art is about to me, trying to capture beauty of any and every sort, whether it's the obvious kinds or whether it's uncovering the beauty that others might have overlooked. Lately, I've just had so much joy and excitement about beautiful things. I'm overwhelmed by how much beauty there is in the world. I just wish I could capture all of it in my art. I add more of those beads to the leafy neckline of her dress. I find this process very satisfying. Zoom back out and paint the background green. And add in some orange to tie everything together. Now I add a bunch of swirling vines behind Yavanna. I also draw some intertwined with her hands. Now give the vines some smaller branches. Adjust the colors. Now time to put some leaves on those. You know, this kinda has some poison ivy vibes. The red hair probably doesn't help with that. This was a lot of leaves to draw, and it took me a very long time. I adjust the shades of things, and then I draw in some detail on my leaves. I probably didn't need to, but apparently I love giving myself extra work. And then continue to tweak the colors and shades of things until I'm happy with it. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed my Yavanna drawing. And if you did, you can watch some of my past drawings and keep an eye out for more Valar drawings in the future. In the meantime, remember to spend some time appreciating the trees. Watch out for old Manwë though, he's a grump. Ciao!